I think the best photographs I take are the ones where I'm picking up on just things that catch my eye and it just interests me. So basically this is like, I'm allowed to go into this manufacturing industry, ideally unaccompanied, just with my safety hat and high-vis vest, and just explore. I suppose I'm very drawn to, the detail, the small, fine detail, because I think some of that fine detail can tell a bigger story. If you went to a foundry and you just photographed small details, but I felt the need, and I found this really difficult, is to show the scale of some of these places. I always try to use natural light and actually find those magic little places where the light is beautiful. There's some pictures in Kirkpatrick's where some of the products are being sprayed black, and there's this really beautiful lighting of the products hanging up drying, and just by chance really. Or I'd walk through an office and I'd see somebody's doodles on their blotting paper, and it's not a great picture, but it is an opening into that person's life, and without seeing the person you can kind of imagine what this person's like. Somebody who's probably a little bit bored with what they're doing. I spend lots of time, I don't try to rush off, and get involved in conversations with people you meet along the way, and those stick in my mind. Somebody's job is to just go like this, preparing this drop cast door furniture, and just grind off the edge of it. And that's the day's work. There was a similar kind of lack of much stimulation in operating an advanced £1 million milling machine. It's basically put the product in, close the door, press a button on the computer, and away it goes. So I think, I came away with great respect for the people that actually have to do this work. Well, traditionally the area has a reputation for what is known colloquially as metal bashing, doesn't it? Providing small parts for the car industry, door handles, a lot of casting, both cast iron and aluminium and other materials, because it is very, very vibrant. And a lot of these foundries, have come back to life. And there's a whole incredible recipe in the way that it's created, and they put magnesium in and it flashes, and that is a really, really tough job. The aluminium casting places I went to, some of them produced products for McLaren and also for the Bugatti Veyron, the most expensive car in the world. Hugely high quality, but in the end of the day, it's a bloke with a ladle pouring molten aluminium into a mould. I try to see, beauty in the worst places, and beauty is a very loaded word. I don't think beauty is the right word to use. I think just, something visually arresting is probably better, but that has a kind of, you look at it and there's a kind of stability in the composition that somehow seems a little bit classical, and a little bit, I suppose it would be quite calming. Within Magnum, if it's a square picture, people usually think it's mine. So it's a selfish thing. The square is a very, very difficult thing to create a composition in. If you get it right, it's fantastic. But, for instance, if you're looking at a horizon, where do you put the horizon? At the bottom, in the middle, at the top? It's difficult, so you end up with too much sky. Whereas with a rectangle, it's kind of easier. And it'd be fantastic if some of the people that were involved in helping me could come along. Some of the people I photographed, some of the people who trusted me to wander around their factories for a couple of days. And I'd love that, because it's a great privilege being a photographer, because you're walking into the little window, and inside is something you've never ever seen before, and that's an incredible privilege. And I think that it's important to feed that back somehow, and actually as a way of saying thank you.